watching SportsBeat.
And hi there, everybody. Welcome to Beat. Glad to have you aboard tonight. All right, what a weekend for our college football teams here in Utah. All Division I teams won.
Yeah, that's
Again.
fun when that happens.
Yeah.
That includes the Utes. Their domination of USC has earned them a top 25 ranking for the first time this season. Utah moved to 23 in the AP poll and 24th in the coaches poll as they get ready for UCLA on Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Mountain Time at the Rose Bowl. Utah State's win at Wyoming yesterday. Aggies receiving votes, and if you're counting, which you're not because it's a top 25 poll, but they would be 27th among those receiving votes.
And, of course, Weber State ranked 7th in the FCS national poll, beat Montana State yesterday, so they could move up when those polls rank, and then when those rankings come out tomorrow. So I think they will, at least one spot.
It's pretty cool. They're still in that national championship.
Top 10 team.
Local player trivia, also brought to you by Mountain America Credit Union. This local NFL player was a consensus All-American in college, named to 5 Pro Bowls in the NFL, and is a Super Bowl champion. Go to the Mountain America Facebook page and submit your answer in the comments section on the post. This week's winner gets a Yeti cooler.
Okay, first week for the Jazz in the books now. They go 1-1, a win at Sacramento, and then a heartbreaker to the world champs Friday night in the home opener.
Still can't get over it. Unbelievable night. The Jazz played out of their minds for 3 quarters, leading by as much as 16, only to see a former teammate rip their heart out at the buzzer.
Off the dribble, foul line jumper, won't go, Jerebko tips it in!
Jonas Jerebko with a tip in to beat his former buddies, but it's only game 2 of 82, right? And the Jazz did have a lot of great things. 81 points in the first half, a franchise record 19 threes, but the Warriors shot 56% on the Jazz defense. So that's something they'll need to improve on tomorrow night when the Memphis Grizzlies come to town, who are also 1-1.
I don't think there's anything that we have to hang our heads about. I just think it's an opportunity for us to look at it and get better.
The good news is we have a long ways to go. We know where we stand. We know what we need to work on, and we're going to go out there and come Monday we'll be an even better team than we were today.
There's plenty of things that we can get better at. Just our poise down the stretch late, but even prior to that, I don't. We could be stronger and finish a little more, get to the line a little more.
And last night in the Staples Center, Rockets-Lakers, late in the fourth, James Harden fouled by Brandon Ingram. And then this gets us started. Ingram shoves Harden. That's a technical foul. Moments later, Chris Paul and Rajon Rondo, they'll get into it. And then they go after each other. Punches are thrown. Paul, Rondo, and Ingram ejected. Today, the NBA suspended Ingram 4 games, which will cost him $159,000. Rondo out 3 games, costing him $186,000. And Paul will sit out 2 games, forfeiting $492,000. It also means Paul will not be in the lineup Wednesday night when the Jazz are in Houston.
That was an all-timer.
So, after the Rockets-Lakers fight, it got us thinking of some of the best Jazz scuffles.
Yeah, there's been some good ones. Our friends at 1-800-JUNK have been helping us clean up and organize our old archive tape section this fall. So while doing so, we found this. There's been a few dust-ups in Utah Jazz history. Let's start by going back to 1985. Remember this? A first-round playoff series against the Rockets? Hakeem Olajuwon takes a shot at the Whopper, Billy Pultz. The Jazz would stun the Rockets and win that best-of-5 series. That's a classic.
1987 NBA playoffs, Karl Malone gets into a fight with Greg Ballard of the Warriors. Threw a basketball at the mailman.
This is 1991, Karl Malone and Isaiah Thomas. 40 stitches to Isaiah Thomas. Even Chuck Daly got in on this one. That was ugly.
I was there.
Ooh, who's that? That looks familiar.
Yeah.
Larry Kraskowiak and Sherman Douglas going at it. Oh, there's Jerry Stackhouse and Jeff Hornacek. And then, this really isn't a fight.
Yeah.
Hayward didn't put up a fight. He should have.
Delonte West.
The old Wet Willie.
And last year, Jeff T going after Ricky Rubio. That just plain not nice.
That could have got a lot uglier. It really, I mean, other than punches, man, that was fun.
It should have,
Remember Jimmy Butler was even getting into it on Twitter from his home?
Yeah.
And that's how much of a fight that was. That was fun.
That was fun. All right. Good times. All right, final match of the regular season for Real Salt Lake, and they had plenty to play for today in Portland.
Yeah, we'd see if they'd put up a fight. Very simple. They beat the Timbers, and they clinched the 6th and final playoff spot in the West. If they lose, they'll only end up a point over the LA Galaxy for the final spot. The Galaxy have 2 games left to play.
Yeah. and it would go south for RSL in a hurry. 15th minute, Timbers Larry's Mabala up 1-0 Timbers. Then they went from bad to worse for RSL. 68th minute, Diego Chara, 2-0. Then Sebastian Blanco in the 87th minute. RSL will lose 3-0. Now they have to sit back and wait a week for the Galaxy to play their final game. A Galaxy win over Houston next Sunday. RSL will be out. A loss or a draw by the Galaxy, and Real is in. All right, the Utes manhandled USC last night in Rice-Eccles Stadium with another offensive explosion. David and Sly will join us next to break it down and explain how they did it.
And the Aggies came back down to earth in Laramie, but they still won. Our guys will break that down for us when we come back.
You're watching SportsBeat. The Murdoch Automotive No Regrets play of the game.
The Nuggets did what the Jazz couldn't. They finished off a win over the Warriors at the buzzer. Juancho Hernan-Gomez is the hero with the block. The Nuggets are 3-0.
Utah is baptized to the Pac-12.
Utah does it.
He's saying, go! Go! Touchdown, Utah! And he's down!
Quick screen out to Moss. Get him in some space, and again, he's knocking people over. Marquise Blair into the end zone, great touchdown.
Covey sprinting. Covey, touchdown, Utah.
Well, last night in Rice-Eccles Stadium could be the pivotal point of the season for the Utes in their run for the Pac-12 South title.
Yeah, they dominated USC, racking up 521 yards of total offense in a 41-28 win. The Utes are now in the driver's seat in the Pac-12 South.
This has become a good rivalry. The buzz here in Salt Lake City, it's palpable. A game that will go down to the wire most likely. High snap, they give Daniels play action, throws the deep ball, underthrown, but caught for a touchdown. Michael Pittman Jr. And the Utes. Play action, Huntley, it's complete. Sidestepping, Samson Nakua the catch for Utah. Pressure coming. Huntley on the move, lost the football. USC has it. Jay Tufele down the sideline. And the freshman from Salt Lake City takes it back for USC. On the return, this is Covey. Finds a lane. Covey out near midfield. Pass complete, Covey breaking tackles. Brenton Covey, touchdown Utah. 46 yards, and the Utes are on the board. Daniels on first down, and he goes down inside the 5. Lecky Fotu for the Utes. Daniels from the end zone. Throws, broken up, interception, and it's a pick. About 45 minutes down the way, and he nails it. Matt Gay on Pac-12 Network. It's Stephen Carr wrapped up for a short loss on the play. Outstanding pursuit by Mika Tafua. Midway point of the second quarter. Play action on the rollout. Pumping. Huntley now will run. He's in. Utah with their first lead of the night. Touchdown, Utes. Empty backfield for Daniels. Steps up. Nowhere to go. There's a flag. 39-yard kick. And Michael Brown, it is no good. Final play of the first half. And Matt Gay blasts it through, and it's a 20-14 lead. 2nd and 10. Flag down. Huntley again for the end zone. This time he got it. Touchdown. Huntley fires, and it's caught for a touchdown. Damari Simpkins for Utah. On 3rd and goal. Play action, slipping out, touchdown. Tyler Petit for USC. Under pressure, throws it out to the right. Jake Jackson. He's in, touchdown Utah. for the score, 41-28 over the USC Trojans.
This is the version of the Utes that I anticipated seeing back during the preseason when I picked them to win the Pac-12 South.
All right, our guys are here to break this one down for us. David Nixon, former Cougar, Stevenson Sylvester, former Ute.
It's not surprising the Utes won this game. It is surprising that they just dominated USC like they did.
Yeah, they got off to a slow start. I give credit to the Utah coaching staff, Kyle Whittingham and company, of really keeping this team's morale, their mentality in the game, even though they got off to a slow start.
Yes, they did. Going down 0-14, the key was don't panic. There's still 5 minutes left in the first quarter. You have tons of time to come back, stick to the game plan, and they did that. I really love Tyler Huntley sticking to the game plan as well.
Yeah, Tyler Huntley threw for 341 yards, 4 touchdowns. And you see a big touchdown here in the first half when he got to the ball to Britton Covey on a big third down.
Yeah, this was the first drive right after he fumbled the ball for 6 points. And this defense right here, USC was totally wrong. Tyler Huntley recognizes that they got a 6-man pressure, which means he had to get the ball out quick. He goes to his third down specialist, Covey. This defender has too much yards. Covey just has to sit down right at the first down marker. Bad tackling. Covey goes for 6.
So what's the proper technique there? From the DB, you've got to put your heels and drive to the ball. You can't give ground, right?
Right. Especially on Covey. You give him any amount of space, he's going for yard. But you put your heels right at the first down marker and then drive straight through.
So great job by Utah. Moving on to the second half, Utah comes out of the locker room and gets firing immediately. Touchdown to Solomon Enos.
Yeah, this is great. The Utah offense draws the defense offside, so free play. But Enos does a great job of positioning. Right here, he gets space, so Tyler Huntley puts the ball in the correct position. It's the outside shoulder, and he just makes separation for that defense to have no chance at making the play.
So obviously, Tyler Huntley gets it going, but defensively, Chase Hansen. I mean, this kid is a fun player to watch. He's all over the field, continues to pad his stats. It's very impressive.
Yeah, he did a great job this whole year. He's really surpassed my expectations for him at linebacker. He's doing a great job. If he doesn't get Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year, I don't know who deserves it.
Leads the Pac-12 in tackles for loss. He's all over the field. So talking about defense and Chase Hansen, huge pressure and big turnover they were able to create on USC. Jalen Johnson comes up with a big interception.
Yeah, it was an amazing play call. It was 4th down. Coach Kelly draws up a zero pressure. Zero pressure means no help all across the board. This free safety has this guy. We sting the nickel backer, so he comes through. The quarterback sees the nickel blitz, so he slides that side. Next thing you know, Chase Hansen is right in his face, and he throws the ball up for grabs, and Jalen Johnson gets another interception on the goal line. I was hoping he'd take it another 100 yards, but he didn't get to it.
You credit your boy Chase Hansen, the rest of the Utah defensive line, front 7. They were providing pressure all night long. It was impressive all around. Offense, 541 yards total offense. They held USC to nothing. I'm telling you what, they're rolling right when they need to start rolling.
They have some great momentum right now that'll lead to the rest of the Pac-12 play.
Got a short week. They go back out on the road, UCLA, on Friday. Well, Utah State rolled into Laramie yesterday, riding a 5-game winning streak and averaging 51 points per game.
Second in the country, only behind Alabama. But the Wyoming defense humbled the Aggies' high-flying attack, holding them under 30 points for the first time this season. So Utah State's defense and special teams came to the rescue in a 24-16 win. They moved to 6-1 for the first time in 44 years.
First down, Thompson, a huge opening, he could go. Touchdown, Utah State. Pressure coming, and wrapped up and going down at the 28-yard line is Vanderwall. Intercepted by Wyoming. Logan Wilson with the pick.
Everybody's been talking about our offense all year long, scoring 50 points. Little do they know, we've been had the best defense in the conference, top in the nation. I mean, we practice against them every day. They make us better.
Nico Evans is going to lose a couple of yards. Christopher Hunga with the tackle. We haven't seen him since. There's an interception in the flat. Rockamore inside the 5 to the 3-yard line.
We've been working on boot all week, and I just seen him roll out. He pulls it, and I'm like, okay, this is perfect. I just don't think hopefully he throws it enough so I can jump and grab it, but yeah, it threw it kind of like right to my hand, so I mean, I'm just mad I didn't score.
Thompson Robinson trying to run wide, breaks a tackle, he'll get in the end zone, touchdown. Wyoming hasn't missed many tackles today. He broke 2 or 3. This is returnable for Scarver. And Savon Scarver with it open.
It's over.
It is over. He's the fastest guy on the football field. He's going to take it 100 yards. Touchdown, Utah State. And Evans breaks through. He's got a blocker. Evans could go. He will. No flags. Touchdown, Wyoming. It has been a while. And down the middle, that is complete. Evans, big opening. Inside the 25, and he lost the ball late. Was he down? Short field goal is good from Cooper Roth.
I don't think becoming bowl eligible is the goal for this team. We hadn't even talked about it, okay? Big picture. How many years? 7 out of 8? Okay, it's the best stretch in Utah State football history. I'm very, very proud of that. These guys are in the best era right now of Utah State football, and I'm proud to be a small part of it. But for this team, this isn't the final step. I promise you that.
All right, David and Sly are back to break down an ugly win in Laramie.
You know, guys, every team has one of those games where it just doesn't feel like it's in sync. Well, the Aggies offense had that day yesterday.
Yes. The Aggies did not play well yesterday, but still came through with the win. But, you know, just 200 yards of offense and, 50 yards passing. But they stick to the running game, especially here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Darwin Thompson, big touchdown run. And great job blocking up front by Utah State. Thompson out of the gates, in for a big touchdown. One of the few touchdowns Utah State had, special teams touchdown later in the game. But it really all starts up front. It's going to be a zone read from Jordan Love to Thompson. You're going to see Tyrell, the tight end, is going to come back and scan across the front. He's going to seal the defensive end. And right here, it's an easy read for Jordan Love. He's reading this safety right here. And the proper technique of this safety on a zone read, you cannot come upfield. What do you do, Sly?
You got to slow play. You got to sit down at the line of scrimmage so you can scrape. Because if he hands the ball off, you got to take the running back. If he keeps it as a quarterback, you got to take the quarterback.
That's right. You got to stay put and let the play kind of figure itself out. Let your other guys rally.
Yeah.
And see right there, and you see the tight end coming around. Tyrell, he's able to log block him, seal block him, and boom.
Uses that speed. Gets right in the open field. Yeah.
There's one of the few bright spots. This offense really struggled. Like you said, Jordan Love only threw for 53 yards.
Yeah. This shows that he's human.
Yeah.
He shows that he's
finally.
human. Yeah, but he did not have a great day yesterday, and here's one of his bad reads.
Yeah, this is an interception he threw, and really, this is one of those plays where I think it was predetermined he was going to his tight end across the middle, but instead, when you see it, his tight end's going to get picked off on his crossing route. Really, he should be going to his X receiver up top. He's wide open. Instead, predetermined. Yeah, he had a little bit of pressure, but he goes to the tight end. The tight end's getting blocked. He's getting hit off his route, rerouted, and it's an interception. So just a bad read by Jordan Love. He was just off throughout the whole afternoon, and it resulted in a pick there.
Yeah. Just not a great play. Yeah, definitely. Should be the #1 receiver, but he goes to the tight end because the tight end's normally a decoy. You want to get it to the faster guy.
Listen, when you go on the road to Laramie and pick up a win, a win's a win. I don't care what people say. Even if it's ugly, you take the win. But the good thing, the bright spot, moving on to the defense, you had a big play by Dontrell Rockemore right here at the linebacker kind of nickel spot. Does a great job. We saw it against BYU as well. Utah State got an interception similar to this on a naked boot, and boom, picks out the ball, sets up the offense for a touchdown to punch it in. But this is one of those plays where, as a defender, you realize you're kind of in no man's land, right?
Yeah.
You feel that the fullback's leaking out. You've got the quarterback. But what I like about Rockemore is you see him, he kind of settles up at the last minute, uses his vertical, gets up in the air.
Great athleticism.
He makes the pick, is able to take it down and set up his offense for a touchdown. So defense came to play. Special teams, as we mentioned, had a big touchdown, came to play. Offense, they did just enough to win the game. But this is one of those ones where you take it away. There's a lot of learning moments. A lot of film you can go back and look at and say, listen, we got to get better from this and keep rolling.
Yeah, their offense was carrying them throughout the year. The defense had to step up, and they did.
They're allowed to have one bad game, right? They are human like this.
And Wyoming's got a good defense. They had a great game plan against the Aggies.
And Matt Wells said before this season and last season, we aren't very good finishers. They were able to finish now in one-possession games, and so that's something to grow on. They have New Mexico this coming week. Thanks, guys.
Western Conference Finals teams with Boozer and those guys didn't have the same feel that this one does.
When we come back, he takes a break from his daily job as Lieutenant Governor to help us out with the Jazz home opener, Spencer Cox's sportscasting debut when we come back.
College Football Breakdown, brought to you by Siegfried and Jensen.
All right, if you're into politics, Spencer Cox may have your dream job as Utah's Lieutenant Governor.
I know it's your dream job.
It is, and it will be someday soon.
You can run?
I don't run. I walk.
Okay. You might want to stay out of that race then. Well, it turns out Spencer's dream job is much different. He would love to be a Utah Jazz reporter. Well, you know what? We heard that, and we decided to give him a shot. Spencer was a Jazz reporter for a day, covering the home opener against the Warriors. He asked players questions at shoot-around in the morning. He was part of the editing process, wrote his own scripts. Then he reported live from Vivint Arena on the KSL 5 News at 5 and 6:30. Here's a behind-the-scenes look at his experience.
Jazz home opener tonight with the defending champ Warriors, and we are bringing out the big guns to cover this game for us.
Thanks, Rod. We sure do. And they're going to need all the help they can get tonight. We take more time now.
You've got a whole hour to impress people. Here, you've got 15 seconds. It better be good. Otherwise, they're turning the channel.
Jazz fans haven't been this excited about a season since at least 1997.
Well, I want to start by just talking about what the Utah Jazz have meant to you in your life. Growing up a Jazz fan, your favorite memories. Why do the Jazz mean so much to you?
Well, the Jazz, to me, and really to the state of Utah, they're the unifying piece that we have here. But personally, I mean, this is the thing that my family gathered around. I mean, my dad, my uncles, my brothers, my sisters, my wife, my kids. This is the thing that bonds us all together. I mean, I was the kid. John Stockton's last game, I was on the very top row of this arena, the top row, but I had to be there to see it, even when we couldn't afford it. That's just what we did.
And so to have this chance to come cover the team for a day, what was it like for you?
Well, when I first found out, when you guys asked me to do it, I don't think I stopped smiling for like 3 weeks. It was so exciting, and I just thought, you know, this is a dream come true for me. And then I got here and realized how hard it really is. You guys, the problem is you make it look way too easy, and I thought anybody could do it. It's not true. It's not true. Not anybody can do this, and I certainly struggled.
Thanks. I hope our bosses heard that. For you, what was it like going to shoot around and having a chance to actually ask the players questions?
Yeah, well, it would be like watching a movie and then have the movie start talking back to you. Like, that never happens. Like, I've been in a room with these people, but they never talk back. And so to actually be able to ask questions and listen to them, that was pretty cool.
Did you get any insights that you wouldn't get otherwise by going to practice and seeing how it all happened?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and that's again why you guys do your job. You know, I can read what's happening on Twitter, but being in the room, listening to them as they're answering questions, again, being able to ask things that they may not have thought of, and just hear their insights, and then talking with other reporters and all of those people in a room, it's pretty amazing to see what you guys actually do every day.
Is there anything about this experience that was surprising, that stood out to you?
Well, for me, I mean, I spend a lot of time doing interviews like this. I feel very comfortable doing this right now. We could do this all day. But when you've got that producer in your ear and you're trying to hear what's going on, and you don't control for your environment, there is so much happening around you. I don't know how you do it. I'm trying to do this and remember what I was going to say, and even reading my notes was more difficult than I expected, because you're in that moment and it's so intense, and you realize, especially live, that you don't get a chance to edit this out or fix it.
And this is the biggest game. I mean, this is the Warriors and the Jazz. What a better opportunity as a fan. That's got to be thrilling for you.
Well, yeah, it's Warriors Jazz, and it's the home opener. And you and I talked about this a lot. But really, since I mean, even the Western Conference Finals teams with Boozer and those guys didn't have the same feel that this one does. I mean, you really do have to go back to those finals years for the anticipation, the excitement that's in the air. You know, I mean, this off season felt like it took forever because Jazz fans are so excited. We just wanted to come back and and see what we had.
Do this again?
I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I mean, no, of course I would do it if asked. I loved it. It was so much fun. But I have a tremendous amount of respect for what you do, JJ.
You're going to stick to your day job?
I'm going to stick to my day job for now. You know, although I get a lot of people that wish that I would quit that job too. So we'll see what happens.
You never know, right?
That's right.
I can't tell you how relieved I am that he's not going to try to do this full time because he was great. Yeah. I mean, that's when talented people, they seem to be able to do everything well, but I was really impressed with him. He was very smooth on air. Yeah. He came in and did the work. He worked hard all day long to do it, and he did a great job. So I'm glad he's going to stick to his day job.
And if you follow his Twitter page, okay, you know how passionate he is about the Utah Jazz.
Very.
And he's not shy.
Had a nice joke about Gordon Hayward yesterday, by the way. If you want to go check that out, it's pretty fun.
Yeah. All right. Time to great clip it.
Great clips of the week.
Sometimes being a referee is hazardous to your health. Oh, no, the Syracuse running back head on with an official. Yeah, the ref needs to learn how to wrap up. Come on, man.
He missed the tackle. All right, a high school game in Virginia. Follow the bouncing ball here. Don't. Bounces off the receiver's helmet a few times, and he makes the catch. That's called using your noggin.
Oh, he's so close to a touchdown, too. Just short. Bummer. All right, hey, this is in the CFL. Look at the defensive back there talking some trash. Bring it on, man. You know what? If you're going to talk some trash, you better back it up. And, well, he didn't. Oh, jeez. He paid a price. Oh, kind of like USC talking trash last night at the Utah game last night. Why? Why are you talking trash? You lost by a lot. We'll be right back.
Each Saturday at 6 o'clock on Game Night Live, we give you 4 choices for the top high school football play of the week.
And of course, you can go to our Twitter page at KSL Sports to vote for your favorite. And here's this week's top play, Rod.
Kearns Cougar Isaiah Afatasi on the punt return. Nothing on this side, so let's go to the other side. He's done this a few times already this season, Jeremiah.
He makes our show every week.
55-yard punt return. Afatasi also had an 80-yard kickoff return for a TD. 4 touchdowns in all against Riverton. And by the way, 6A playoffs begin this week.
Yes.
American Fork at Riverton will be our game of the week, Friday at 5.
Playoffs?
Bye.